Elkem TV. Today is actually a very beautiful day here at Kabalega Resort as usual. We are here for sports alongside my colleagues. Today is a beautiful 15th September 2023. We shall be pushing as usual with our local sports edition. We shall go for national and then international. Today we have a number of activities that we shall talk about, and whoever is traveling from wherever you are coming towards Masindi, what you have to know is the weather is actually rainy, and you have to carry with yourself something like a jacket or a raincoat that may stop you or prevent you from any calamity that may happen. So when you travel to Masindi, just to know anytime it may rain, though the weather is a bit scaring. That is been West Nile's ambassador and Moses the Great, my name, alongside the Bagmez the Gao. You can introduce yourself, and we have our vista of today also as well.
A very good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen, and whoever is listening in and of course viewing us live on our of course TV handle, that is Elkem TV. We are streaming live from Kabalega Resort, that is Kampala Kafu Road. And of course, we want to tell you that we are back with our sports edition today, the beautiful 15th of September 2023. And of course, we'll be talking too much about sports locally and nationally here in Uganda and here in our region, our district, because we know that most of our leagues are kick-starting this weekend, and today we are having our Super League matches also kick-starting. So I want to welcome you and of course call upon you to be glued on your TV sets or your media handle, so that we can dissect what is happening locally, nationally, and of course internationally if time allows. And of course, without making any much further ado, let me take this opportunity to also introduce and welcome our guest of today or tonight. That is none other than the PRO, the Public Relations Officer of Boma FC, one of the biggest clubs in Masindi. And of course, they are doing their work, or they are playing in the Ugandan Super League. That is the second tier league of our national league, that is the Super Big League. And of course they are going to be having a number of activities ahead of their first match is next weekend. So he's here with us, and of course you are welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you so much. I'm Operator Bagmez your counterpart here, and whoever is viewing Elkem Media from across the globe. My name is Remy Atugonza, PRO Boma Football Club, and I'm here to dissect and give you the new breed of information and activity that we are preparing for you, our dear fan out there. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think you've heard our dear viewer, and of course tugamba ngo mipira tugya kuba ntubaza mipira gwaitu gwa masindano tukumbungisize PRO wa Boma bundi abaliriza a team yaitu ya Boma masindano. That is Mr. Remy agya kuba natulabiramu Boma tulinka last season. Boma ekamalira mukaruki omukaga, if I'm not mistaken. It was their first season in big league. They were first debutants. They proved to people they did not only come to participate, but they were there to compete. And I think this time they are building from where they stopped last season. Kurangu nabasobola kugenda either direct kuta Super League oba kugenda playoffs, that is Super League. And of course tukwenda tutandikire Mr. Remy, how is Boma?
Yeah, Boma, taking feasible. Boma is okay. Yeah, we are in preparations of the new season. We ended last season, like you said, in the 7th position because the table changed in the last minute.
Okay.
After Lugazi won its game. But to thank whoever supported Boma Football Club, right from the sponsors, the fans, and the stakeholders, the managers, and everyone. So this season we come in style. We have made changes in management, where we now have a president. Last season had a chairman. Okay. But the restructuring is a fufa. Zigena is kulembeza that direction of the club having a president
instead of a chairman.
Yeah, because sometimes decisions delay.
Yeah.
You have to take some decisions very fast. So we introduced Daniel Muhire, known as captain. That's our president. and his key agenda is he wants to see this team promoted to the UPL. So we have changed our site, everyone in whatever we are doing, to make sure that we really score the goal that the president brought forefront. So we began by unveiling the coach, Mark Twinamasiko.
Yes.
That was on the 7th of July. Yeah, and Mark Twinamasiko had to look out for his team, the people he's going to work with.
To assemble the team.
Yes, and also bring forward his work plan.
Okay.
So we have been in transfers, trying to see the key players who can really help us in this journey that we have started, the quest we have embarked on. Yeah, so abasambi tubafunire, we have got the players, we have the quality, we have what it takes place, what it requires really to not only compete but also take on the promotion of this to Super League. Yes. Yeah, so as we speak now, I know we have been having very many questions out there. What is Boma doing? Why are they silent? They are not unveiling. So tomorrow, the 16th, Saturday, we have a cocktail of activities that is going to really unveil what we have been preparing, the breed that we have kept indoor, but it's time it comes out. So unveiling is tomorrow of the players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe walk us through tomorrow's activity, because everybody, it's the talk around town and the talk of the town that tomorrow Boma is unveiling new players, and of course each and every person, the president, new players, new management, and each and everything. Just simply walk us through about tomorrow's activities. You are starting with what activities, which players, some of the new faces you are going to unveil, and what should really your key message to that had the fun of Boma and had the fun of Bunyoro football. What should we expect tomorrow as you embark on that journey to going to, that is Uganda, Star Times Premier League?
Yeah, before I go to the tomorrow's event, I want to take this opportunity once again to salute our kit sponsor, the training kit sponsor, the place we are in, Kabalega Resort. Thank you so much for sponsoring Boma Football Club. And I also want to thank the fans who make us what we are today. So we have started already. The vibe is on. You can see on our social media handles, we are having people really coming in to show the mighty love for this club. So tomorrow, we are going to begin by launching our office. The office is in Masindi Town, Kijonjuba Road, opposite Kawe building. The building is Kaheru building. Yeah, we are on that annex as you enter African quarters. Yeah, so that's where the office is, and want to launch it so that the fan can get chance to always come and be part of the club. We don't want to be away from the fans. So that's the reception, that's the command center where we shall always have our tactics, the activities. So after then Kamwenda, we proceed to the stadium, Masindi main stadium. We shall be hosting Kiboga United. They agreed to have a friendly with us. They are in support of our cause, and I really want to thank Kiboga United for the sportsmanship. In a short notice, but you assemble a presentable team to come and tussle it out with the Boma. Give us your notes as we give you yours. So at 3 p.m. we shall be in Masindi Stadium. Entrance is free. There is no charge. We are giving back to our fans. So you come during the activities. That's when we are going to really unveil the new players that we have. And the other issue that we have is we have a sponsor. Jonad Group is here. We have a sponsor, and really we are appreciating his effort. He has come on board. We signed a deal last Friday. But the ingredients of that deal, you'll get to know them tomorrow at 7 here in Cafe Milano. So come to Cafe Milano, Tuha Road, opposite Kolping Hotel at around 7. There are free drinks, free eats. Take the moment and listen to what we have really prepared for you.
Uliza Nabaros Baito aba Elkem TV, that is for you from the PRO of Boma FC Batugamba tomorrow is a D-Day. Whoever is a adherent fan of Bom FC or a good fan of football in Bunyoro and made in Masindi, make it a point osole kuija akisa at least by tukutandikira kula offices zabu ni balonchinga offices. You know football, you cannot now operate football on a street or using your pocket munsao yawe. Offices zawe zijja kulibatira munsao yawe ze kilabu niko bamanyengo you are a serious football manager or a serious football promoter. You must have an address abantu bali bakusora kusanga. You must have fan base, you must have management kurangu waba recognized as one of the serious footballing club in this country. So batuganye nkya tusobole kuba ntubayo ebingi tuleka tukirize ngunyenkya tugya kuba ntubisanga yokuli batugambire bayonko mukaiso werole ekiki gya kuba nikigendo maiso. So leka tubanze tugendo obura mu commercial break tugya kuba ntugaruka mu dakika ntito musobole kuba muni mukara omutarugaho.
Boxing club ngabali wabona Kabalega Resort Limited bakudusa Kasini Mayhemo a night of knockout say Jago nyumirwa musanyu gwebikonde wajanguna byako ulira mulira Jago nyumirwa basanya makumi asatu abakubebikonde olutuja kubanga tukatuwako Kabalega Resort bande ngenda kukubira lukuba kulukuba live byabinjawulo banje Kabalega Resort Masende kakati mujai tunyumirwa ebikonde ngobera bako live Sunday nga munana okitobza munana paka abatano sachiro tuingiriye emitwalo ebiri atenge message y'abantu kagane byokunywa ya mitwalo 5 iwagitwa Elkem TV kafamilano ne Uganda Boxing Federation kati mwabagala okubukinga kuba kusavu musanvu mukaga 0505 sinana mukaga oba 0703 ndamwemu abiri munya handa musatu oba 0772 abiri mukaga abiri mupiri bikonda konde.
Okay, welcome back from that brief commercial break, and of course we want to remind you that you are still streaming live from Kabarega Resorts. Alongside that is Masindi Kafu Kampala Road, where you find good accommodation, and of course they have a nice reception, they have a good swimming pool, and of course they almost every that is Sunday they play live a jazz band music. You come with a family, come with a friend, or come as an individual, and of course relax here so that you start a new week when you are fresh and of course live and kicking. Before we went for our brief commercial break, we are still talking Boma FC, whereby the PRO was telling us a set of activities that will be happening tomorrow, and of course he has tried to walk us through what is going to be happening tomorrow. Maybe PRO akagambo sora kuba no tugambira bukuba otugambye bikira byona ogya tugya kuba ntubisanga ekiro kyanyenkya ntubikenga tukutanika ntulaunchinga office ntugenda ntusamba ompira na Kiboga FC, and of course that is key because mbaire nindora asoso media group ni batugamba Bom FC egya kuba ne samba na Masindi Select, but it is good that you are telling us that those guys from Kiboga Bamusuta, they will be coming down here in Masindi to have a friendly game with Bom FC, and of course have a feel of what Masindi is, and of course thereafter now bagya kuba nibetekaniza entekaniza yabo kurangu either bagya kuba nibetekaniza season kuba nibasamba empira yabo ekwawukana. So Mr. PRO Remy okusora kuba no otugambi ibintu byono bitugambire. Now what is your word to that fan akuba naija kiro kya nyenkia? What is your last call to that fan akuba naija nyenkia kurura activities za Boma ngeri zigya kuba nizkoraki nizigenda mu maiso? Your last word.
Yeah, kitu kyo kubanza kwenda kuongera kusima abahagizi bano manya abahagizi bano the fan make us what we are.
Yes.
So really, I want to appreciate them. Now, I want to also thank the technical team, especially Coach Mark Tunamasko. We have been having several engagements as we arranged for this occasion, and he's so visionary. Friendlies in Zetukweta, they have a purpose. We are not just passing time. We want to respect the time of our fans. We want to also respect the love that they have given us. So we had planned to play Masindi Select, but we also had the same friendly with them because we had organized Coach Godwin, coaching a brilliant to organize them under Masindi Select. So we had a friendly with them. Unfortunately, it did not occur because the state of the field where we were supposed to be hosted was not really
in a good
nice.
condition.
And remember, we are just preparing for the season, so we are not really ready to have injuries. So the friendly did not happen. So it was wise not to have two friendlies of the same team again in 1 week. So enough respect. So we decided, no, let's get a competing team. We have approached many clubs, but Kiboga was on site. Since they're also preparing for their own journey. So I want to thank them. And what you have to know is football. So the cards of victory, they tend to come to Bunyoro because last season Kitara made it. So this season we are very hopeful that Boma is going to to make it. But the new dynamic player in this sports development is Jonad. You see, that's what is very important. Kando muliza wa ala hero ku akrora Elkem Media kandi omusagi ku emizano na Boma Football Club. Embrace Jonad group of companies. It's a conglomerate. It's an investment. Bakora into your construction. But ali deep into sports. Akwetaga to improve us from the level we are to another level. We also compete on the national team. So embrace his message. Embrace what he's doing. Feel the vibe. Nomuram just go Boma. So kiroki anyenkya ijomanyire that the Boma you know is a changed side, is an improved side, and we are not just going to participate. Come the 21st when the league begins, we are going to seriously compete not only for the top 3 spots, but our priority is really the first spot. Yes, so oijorola basambi bawe, appreciate, comment, Mutaruana, even if things don't go your way,
that is key.
Just we respect the law of the game because Kiboga nabo bantu baitu tomorrow you sign their player. So come enjoy the vibe. Alime bintu bingi abahagizi organizing area and I'm so happy with them. Engineer Vincent agambira gya kuchumba obusera abulete mu kisaahe alo abasajja bagambe ge bajja kwiruka emisinde. They want to really show off their love. Then what you should know, tomorrow is your day. Omuhagizi urabo utegondeze kiro kyanyinkya. Then what match can Boma do for you? Because after the games, we go to Milano. We connect, share, and really kick off the season in style.
Webale muno pyaraho abo bugambo and of course abakaire ni batondera media platform yaitu ya Elkem. You've got a right message and of course from the right source. Make it a point of course schedule your activities tomorrow very well so that you must be part and part of that historical crowd. Egya kuba neba yo kiro kyanyenkya kisae kurura Boma kikie kutuchumbira season enu kandi tusaba Ruhanga ali muwekulembezi bundi musobozi waitu Boma nayo ehondere kitale gendenka. That is mu Super League. Tusobole kuba naite twinayo teams nyingi nka abasajja ba Busoga, abasajja ba Buganda baina teams ina 5 busaho musango gwona gutukora kuba ne teams 3 ina nizirugambu nyoranu zona ziri mu Super kandi zindi ziri mu Big League. That is, I think, that is it with Boma FC.
The moderator kandi kenkwenda kongeraho painting a cream on what you've said. Obutukuba ne team nyingi is competing in professional leagues. Abana baitu hano bakufuna a lot of opportunities to play for the national team. Twaintroron coach wa Karuga Kubingo wa Uganda Cranes. Ya ikaraga bwikara Kampala na role team za Super League. Na komamba basambi na basembo liga. So imagine Bunyoro having 6 teams. We can't fail to have 5 players on the national team. So
akuba first kuruga Kampala kujja kuru emipira ya super.
Exactly. So kande kirunge kiri Bunyoro kiri kimu, and we have it all. We are going to have an airport, tuina magita, tuina buli kimu kyona. So yes, nengudo zikozirwe. So really omuhagizi omupiira owebyemizano teka mamani tupushinge Boma. I'm sure if it has gone next season tulete team twine team nyingi eziri around Bunyoro and promising. So that's the main cause. We want to improve the talents, promote the talents, and also the welfare of the sports environment around Bunyoro, around Masindi and the neighboring areas.
Okay, thanks for that beautiful message. I think tujja kuba ebyaboma ntubikangizaawo you can stay oba wakuba nonanka okusobola genda, but we are still continuing with our program. Butukuruga ambassador, today we are having matches in Star Times Super League, and of course one of the teams from Bunyoro, that is Kitara. The only team actually we are having, Kitara, is tussling it with one of the giants in Sports Club Villa. The match is almost kick-starting. What is your take about on this match? Kitara, Villa, the new debutants. Villa has been there since 1950s.
Yes.
What do you expect from this match?
Okay, thank you very much, Bagumez Dega, the usual suspect, alongside Remy. Today, Uganda Premier League has actually resumed, and indeed, Kitara last season, they were the champions of FIFA Big League, as well as Villa, they finished in the third position. They nicknamed themselves as the Jogos, but indeed, they lost at the last minute, where Uganda Revenue Authority went and beat them 1-0, and that one was enough to kick them off from the title race. So indeed, Sports Club Villa and that is Kitara, our own team here, coming from Bunyoro, and that is Hoima. They will be using this stadium of Masindi as their own home ground to be playing all their matches for the Premier League. So Kitara, indeed, they did what it requires, because last time they brought in new coach, that is Brian Senyondo. Brian Senyondo came from UPDF, and currently he is the new manager for Kitara, and he asked for whatever kind of player, and indeed he was given all those players. So they have set for him a target that for you to actually proceed as our own manager, what we need is to finish in the first position among the top four. Among the top four, implying if he is to lose like his 3 consecutive games, Brian Senyondo, they will say, please, you cannot manage, can you try another club? So today's game for Kitara, alongside Villa is not an easy team. It has stayed there for a long, and Kitara, this is their second time to actually go and play in the Premier League. But they have all what it requires, because they were in position to buy the players that coach asked for. People like Saga, people like Brian, people like Carbon, Livingstone, all they were brought in. So today's game between Villa and Kinyara away is going to be a tough one. But I think that game is likely to be a draw.
A draw?
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, maybe somehow, but of course, Kitara is coming in this game as an underdog.
Yes.
And of course, Kitara be coming in this game as an underdog. They don't have what to lose.
Yes.
The pressure is on Villa.
Yes.
Because if Villa loses against Kitara when they are at Wankulukuku, those fans of the Jogo fans will ask very many questions.
True.
This is a new team. They've just come. This is their second term over. This is their third year in the Premier League. How can you lose to such a team? So the match is the anticipation of the mood in the game is going to be tense. But what we pray for in this game is, one, the officials must leave the game to flow. They must be impartial.
Yeah.
So that the team must win on merit. We don't want to start on a bad note whereby people will come from Kampala complaining we did what we could do, but at the end of the day our efforts were frustrated by the officials.
Yes.
One of the challenges we are having as a country when it comes to football, they are the officiating officials in football. Either because of FIFA not paying them in time, it has rendered them to become beggars.
The officials determine what the match is to be.
They predetermined the results of the game before even the game has already taken place. And I don't know what strategies these people are developing, that is FIFA, because every time we know the money for referees is always sent before the season kickstarts by FIFA.
Yeah.
They must be given their money before they travel for those matches. But you find match officials going up to 1 month or 3 months minus payments. They are sending these people very far away. You go to Adjumani, you go to Masaka to officiate a game. You have a family. You don't have even the transport. You borrow transport. So I think there is something that must be handled effectively to make sure that we get fair results when it comes to officiation of these games. Remy, your take on Kitara versus Villa today? It is one of the first games. I think they have gone like 11 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Because it is 12 minutes past 4, 13 past 4. They must be 13 minutes in the game already. What is your take?
Yeah, one thing Kitara FC got right was traveling early. They traveled yesterday, which to me is a bonus. And the second, Uganda football is average. That one, I don't really see much that Villa can do. But again, like you've said, I saw last time FIFA unveiling a new sponsor, Bet Power.
Yeah.
So that vandalizes football. That vandalizes.
Definitely.
So I was saying today in the morning, Kitara having a 5 as an odd. And the Villa is having 1.2. So my friend,
Former sponsor was Ondo
the
Paraka.
president of Villa, Mandela will not fail to pay salary because of the single game. I'm not saying he's going to do it.
Tara Aziki Bimba that time.
Just donating, I can call it donating because it's not sponsorship.
Yeah.
Donating our league to a betting company
Definitely.
offers those opportunities of sustainability. That's why you see actually Omedi Dennis has scored. That's the update I'm getting.
Okay.
And really Kitara is doing it to its best.
They are leading.
Yeah, from the parent screen, considering Omedi Dennis has made it, and Omedi is the product of
Bowman, of course. When Omedi scores, Masindi, we are celebrating. Bowman is celebrating.
Like
Our own.
early preparations. They had to go yesterday. They arrived early, and there is no fatigue. So kudos to Kitara with the odd 5 that given me.
Yeah.
Very sure.
And we pray that it remains or it ends the way it is.
Like
Yeah.
you said now, what do you read from the referees?
Yes.
So otherwise, we have really to make sure that we build policies that we are going to protect the game.
Yes.
Otherwise, the football has been vandalized in very many ways.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you so much. But what I know from that, Kitara is in an early lead, so we hope for the best.
Definitely.
That's it.
Okay, that is it with Kitara, and of course we are getting very many messages on our WhatsApp group and media groups here, where the president and of course all the fans from Bunyoro, they are there, they are singing, dancing, and of course they are saying that the win is for the Royals. They are coming back in Hoima with that victory. They are starting on a positive note with 3 points. Let's hope and believe that it goes their way, and of course when they start with the 3 points away, we expect that next game next week at Masindi Stadium is going to be hotter than fire, whereby each and every person from the entire Bunyoro sub-region will come and of course be part and parcel of that team, because Kitara has got a collections. Bulisa, they have Carbon Living. Kibale, they have Aheba Brian. They have guys from Masindi. We have Omed, who has been with Boma. And of course, Hoima, they have their captain in the names Owachi, Kamurali. So we hope and believe that it is a combination of the entire Bunyoro. When they get the 3 points from Kampala, we have no reason other than going and to Masindi Stadium next week and be and fill that stadium to capacity, and we cheer them so that we start with a positive note. Andama,
Yes.
away from that, Uganda Cranes, we won last time we played against that is Niger.
Yeah.
And of course, we won that game 2-0. But of course, we are praying that, of course, Algeria and Tanzania, either the only prayer we had that
Algeria should beat Tanzania.
Should beat Tanzania. But of course, it was already predetermined. When it comes to those people from North Africa, you know that we are not in love, or we are not in bed with those Arab countries. And of course, they cannot give any room to Uganda to qualify. And of course, at the end of the day, they played a barren draw. Algeria went to 13 points. We saw these guys of Tanzania going to 8 points, and of course Uganda we remained on 7 points, meaning that we did not qualify. We remained in the third position with 7 points, and of course Niger with 2, Algeria 13, and of course Tanzania 8. They went to that. Of course they were among they went to the 24 teams that will be making it to next year's AFCON edition, that is Abidjan in Cape Ivory Coast. Uganda failing to qualify, it left many Ugandans with a lot of questions.
True.
Mitchell has been here for long. He has failed to deliver. By the time we had spent over 38 years, we qualified and went to AFCON.
True.
Mitchell came back. They gave him the task to take back the team to the AFCON. He failed. The only any other chance apart from FUFA saying enough is enough, Mitchell, pack your bags and go back to that is where you came from. Now, today or yesterday, the federation came out and said we are parting ways with Mitchell. Where does this leave Uganda as a federation and of course the national team? One, are we going to search for another foreign coach? Two, why have we failed to groom our own Ugandan coach? Because we've tried most of these foreign coaches, but they've not delivered according to our expectation. Where is the problem with the national team? We have at least the number of professional players has increased, but we are not seeing results. Where is the problem?
Thank you very much, Bagmes Diga, for that question. Actually, chasing of Mitchell yesterday, I think one of it, the reason is failing to qualify for the second time for AFCON. That's the 2024, which shall be in Senegal. Actually, Ivory Coast, it will start on 13th. Mitchell helped Uganda. He joined Uganda since 2003 up to 2017, where he was chased for the first time. He went to South Africa. And then for the second time again, he was abroad. Up to now, he helped actually Uganda to qualify for AFCON for all those 37 years, because Uganda had failed. They completed 7 years, and Mitchell indeed, he's coming, played very big role to ensure that Uganda qualifies for AFCON. Now, after failing to deliver again, he was chased and he went to South Africa. And again, the same committees brought him back after realizing that he was performing well. And then his second coming, I don't know whether was a disaster now more than the first one. Mitchell, that game between Niger and Uganda here, actually at home, Uganda, amidst beating Niger 2-0, was not enough for them to qualify, because they were playing Algeria to beat, that is Tanzania, at home, which everyone thought it was possible. And you know Algeria's football compared to Tanzania, but people were surprised to see Tanzania holding Algeria a goalless draw, 0-0. And those players who came, those of my race, they came from bench, and the way how those guys were playing, it surprised many people. We don't know whether it was game fixing, but all in all, Tanzania managed to pick one important point against Algeria. Indeed, that was enough to kick Uganda out to qualify for the second time to go for AFCON. That will be in Ivory Coast. Now, Mitchell, yes, we have been seeing foreign coaches here in Uganda. They have been here. We saw those of Sebastian Desabre. We saw McNistry, we have seen Mitchell. So we have seen countries like Senegal, they have African coaches. Cisse, they have been performing very well, and he was a national team player. And for a long time, Cameroon, he delivers Cameroon. We have those, they have that patriot heart for their country. They feel like this is our own. But now those foreign coaches, there are few who actually they are, most of those foreign coaches, they come actually to make money. That's their main target. Though they are not paid according to the standard where some of those coaches are paid, but they know they come to look for money, and it is a business. They don't come here maybe to say that we want to take this nation or country to a level. No, even if it is you, Bagumez, your own country, some people are so racist. To my own understanding, I think Michu, they did good to chase him away. Maybe let them try to bring or give chance to some of those our own Ugandans. There are very many former players of Uganda Cranes who can really coach and deliver, and they know how to identify good players than being influenced by so and so. Let you play this. So Mitchell's going, I think. Now,
blessing in disguise.
Yes, they should really give chance to our own Ugandans.
Home-based coaches.
Yes, be like those of Sise.
Okay. Remy, one of the biggest challenges Ugandan football, most especially when it comes to the national team, we've been having is one. When it comes to selection of players are not selected on merit. One, coaches, we don't conclusively say that it happens like that, but we hear that some of these players are called because when he's called, he says that, part of your allowance will be taken by you and part of that allowance will be taken by me. If you agree, you are called. If you don't agree, you are left. What should be done, Remy, to see to it that Uganda, we have a professionalized national team whereby players are called on merit and are fielded according to the performance, or they have not selecting, because we have now players like Khalida Ucho, a person who is over like 37, 38, 39 years. Some of these players are still being called. Moses Oluya. We have very many old players who are still stuck on a national team. Some of Okwi. Some of them even spend some good times minus being attached to any team, but when the national team is being summoned, you leave a player who has been maybe a top scorer in a big league or super league.
Those of Omedi here.
Yes, you call somebody who has
you really have to sink deep into the leagues and implement your policies so that they develop the kind of football you play. Is on TVs making adverts for water, dancing in adverts. You're supposed to sing. One of the things that have made Spain a world power now in football is because they went and benchmarked. Actually, they benchmarked in the region. you see Belgium and Spain type of football they have played for the last 10 years, it's because they had to sit down as a country and take on the direction, which Uganda is trying to do. You have to sit down as a country. FIFA must accept to be criticized, to be given direction,
than being there, knowing it all. I saw they called some conferences. Magogo calls a conference and he takes his brothers, his friends, non-sporting personalities, putting to the sword a sports taxpayer. So the moment we stop joking around talent, because now when you see netball, when they went serious, we are at the World Cup.
Yes.
Athletics, when we went serious, we are winning medals.
Yes.
Same applies to boxing. And these sports go on the departments, they have very few budgets.
The
But
budget allocation.
football is given a lot of money.
Yes, the highly funded, the
The
highest
national
funded.
team is a mess.
Yes.
Actually, even if you train today and you have the interests, tomorrow you put on the national team jersey. It is as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should not take this country as a joke. It has history.
Yes.
It has talent.
Yes.
And when these guys come, the jokers, we should not give them space.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you cannot tell me you're going to get
It was expected.
long overdue.
Oh, okay. I think time is running faster than we expected, and of course we are only left with 19 minutes to end this show of today. And let's close to overseas. Of course, what do you have?
Maybe one little thing before you cross over to Europe is I want to tell the sports fan out there watching Elkem Media that it is within our mandate to make sports cheap in Uganda. Football is very expensive. It's not expensive that because maybe the ratings are high. It is expensive because Ugandans we have failed to take our position and plead to the government. You see, when you show it priority, when you show priority to the government that we now need sports, the taxes will go down.
Yes.
But they cannot put the taxes down to unserious Ugandans. So let us take our position as Ugandans and we really show a direction to this country, especially Uganda Cranes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is said and heard, of course. And we can now cross over to you. We go to Europe and see what is happening this today, tomorrow, and of course Sunday.
Okay, thank you very much, Bagumez Biga, the usual suspect, alongside Remy, our PRO for Boma Football Club. Across Europe, I think Premier League is bouncing back tomorrow, and the other leagues have also bounced back. German Bundesliga. Today we are seeing a game between Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen. Indeed, they are playing today at 10. So that game is also there for some of you who are good bettors. You know what it is. So you know what you are going to put there. And tomorrow, English Premier League is bouncing back, where we shall be having games. Manchester United is going to play Brighton and Hove Albion. Last season, Manchester United were beaten home and away by Brighton and Hove Albion. And remember, Brighton and Hove Albion also, they are not easy this season. They are having 9 points. And they were in position to beat Newcastle United last time by 3-1. Amidst selling their stars like Casaido to Chelsea, and who is actually performing poorly indeed, and they are blaming him for actually Chelsea's poor performance. We don't know whether he will make that value for the money they signed him. 115, that was a record for Premier League. So Manchester United alongside Brighton, tomorrow, Premier League is bouncing back. Besides that, maybe let's talk about Everton. Everton has been sold. They have been sold to American club. That is the 777 that bought Everton Football Club. Everton has been one of the struggling team last season. They are among the struggling teams last season, and Everton is not a new team. They have been there in Premier League for long, and also their beginning of the season has not been good. We thought that maybe they are going to improve, but still they are still struggling this season, and they have been in position to sell the club to a company called the 777. Do you think the selling of Everton Football Club to an American club shall improve their performance? Is it the problem with the management, or it is the players?
Well, one Everton coming from Merseyside town, that is Liverpool town. It is one of the historical teams in England, and of course Europe. But I think the challenge that football this time changed these days has changed the dynamics. That whoever has gotten the money takes it all. When you look at the players, I was even I was surprised when Everton sold this Iwobi to Nottingham Forest, because you are struggling. Iwobi is one of the stars you are having, but when you sell one of the stars you are having and you've not brought in those players, people think that they are serious, they are going to make you compete or survive relegation. Then everybody wonders, what is the problem? Is it finance or is it the management? Now when these people come out and sell the club to an American investor, then just understand that they've sat down and analyzed that our biggest problem is financing. We cannot compete with these other teams because we don't have the right players. And why don't we have the right players? We don't have the money to buy the right players. What should we do? We sell the club and of course get the money, we buy the right players. But the biggest question here is the selling of the team at this time, will it save them, because already the transfer is closed? They will not buy anybody until the end, or until when that January transfer window opens. Everton has played 3 matches or 3 or 4 matches, but they've not won in a game. They are still struggling. They started where they stopped last season is where they started from. Don't be surprised this weekend if they don't win and other teams win. They will find themselves in that relegation zone. Now, is this investor going to help them in time to see to it that they fight relegation, or they are planning that they collect some good money, they buy some good players which will help them to compete, to survive next relegation, then next season they compete? But to me, I think their biggest problem is they don't have the right players, because the Everton of 2000 up to 2000, maybe 15, 17, 18, the likes of those Tim Kyle and of course this coach of Arsenal Arteta, they had the likes of this goalkeeper of America Howard, they had a very Tony Hibbert, Nick Hart, they had a good squad. They one of the Neville brothers, Phil Neville, went there for when he came from Man U. So you could see that they were assembling players who could help the team either to stay in the league but to finish among the top 10. But when you have these average players, you don't expect to compete with teams like Chelsea, who are buying players expensively, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U. You see, even Nottingham Forest is now becoming a powerhouse. Newcastle is becoming a powerhouse. They are buying good players. They are preparing themselves. Those days it used to be Man U and Arsenal to buy good players. Other teams were mediocres. They could get the good players, 1 or 2, 3, and then the rest could come from their academies. But now you have a league whereby around 8 or 9 teams are spending a lot of money to get good players to compete. But for you, Everton, you are not spending, but instead you are selling the would-be quality players to these rivals. What do you expect? You must struggle until when you get a funder like what Newcastle did, and then you start competing.
Okay, thank you very much, Bagmes Digao, for that analysis. Another thing I want us to discuss about is
maybe a little bit.
Okay.
The dynamics in Europe. I'm actually blaming Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger brought a model that is going to affect us